warriors. Yeah, let's go, bless up, one time, go get it, it's yours, let's shine, come on. These days, we push forth, we stand strong, we stand tall, all together now, yeah. Cause we warriors, yeah. Cause we warriors. Yeah, let's go, bless up, one time, go get it, it's yours, let's shine, come on. Yeah, let's go, raise up, that's right, roll with it, it's yours, let's shine, come on. Yeah, cause we warriors. Yeah, cause we warriors. Yeah, let's go, bless up, one time, go get it, it's yours, let's shine, come on. Yeah, let's go, bless up, one time, go get it, it's yours, let's shine, come on. Yeah. now, yeah. Cause we warriors, yeah. Cause we warriors, yeah. Cause we warriors, yeah. Cause we warriors, yeah. Let's go, let's up, one time, go get it, it's yours, let's shine, come on. Yeah, let's go, let's up, one time, go get it, it's yours, let's shine, come on. Yeah, let's go, raise up, that's right, ride with it, it's yours, let's shine, come on. Yeah, cause we warriors, yeah, cause we warriors, yeah, let's go, let's up, one time, go get it, it's yours, let's shine, come on. Yeah, cause we warriors, yeah, cause we warriors, yeah, let's go, let's up, one time, go get it, it's yours, let's shine, come on. Yeah, cause we warriors, yeah, cause we warriors, yeah, let's go, let's up, one time, go get it, it's yours, let's shine, come on. These days we push forth, we stand strong, we stand tall, all together now, yeah, cause we warriors, yeah, cause we warriors, yeah, let's go, let's up, one time, go get it, it's yours, let's shine, come on, yeah, let's go, raise up, that's right, run with it, it's yours, let's shine, come on, yeah, cause we warriors, yeah, cause we warriors, yeah, let's go, let's up, one time, go get it, it's yours, let's shine, come on, yeah, let's go, let's up, one time, go get it, it's yours, let's shine, come on, yeah, let's go, raise up, that's right, run with it, it's yours, let's shine, come on, yeah, cause we warriors, yeah, cause we warriors, yeah, let's go, let's up, one time, go get it, it's yours, let's shine, come on, yeah, let's go, let's up, one time, go get it, it's yours, let's shine, come on, yeah, let's go, raise up, that's right, run with it, it's yours, let's shine, come on, yeah, cause we warriors, yeah, cause we warriors, yeah, let's go, let's up, one time, go get it, it's yours, let's shine, come on, yeah, cause we warriors, yeah, cause we warriors, yeah, let's go, let's up, one time, go get it, it's yours, let's shine, come on, yeah, let's go, let's up, one time, go get it, it's yours, let's shine, come on, yeah, let's go, raise up, that's right, ride with it, it's yours, let's shine, come on, yeah, cause we warriors.
Every young gamer wants to become an esports professional. We make it happen. You just keep on winning.
স্বাগতম বাংলাদেশের জন্য ESPL Valorant PowerUp সিরিজ ফরম্যাটে আপনাকে জানাই স্বাগতম। এই সিরিজটি রায়োট গেমস দক্ষিণ এশিয়া সমর্থিত একটি উদ্যোগ যা বাংলাদেশের ভেতরে অপেশাদার গেমারদের প্রতিভা বজায় রাখতে এবং বৃদ্ধি করতে সহায়তা করবে। এর সুবিধার্থে পাওয়ার আপ সিরিজটিতে প্রতি মাসে 2টি প্রাইজ পুল সহ 2টি টুর্নামেন্ট থাকবে। প্রতিটি মাস শুরু হবে একটি বাছাই পর্বের সাথে, যেখানে সবগুলি দল সিঙ্গল এলিমিনেশন ফরম্যাটে প্রতিযোগিতা করবে শীর্ষ 8টি দল পর্যন্ত, এবং এই 8টি দল অ্যামেচার কাপে উত্তীর্ণ হবে। এই 8টি দল ডাবল এলিমিনেশনে লড়াই করবে এবং বিজয়ী শীর্ষস্থানীয় 3টি দল আমন্ত্রিত হবে ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে প্রতিযোগিতা করবে শীর্ষস্থানীয় 3টি দল এবং আমন্ত্রিত 3টি দল। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপের সময় অপেশাদার কাপ এবং ইনভিটেশনাল কাপের শীর্ষ 2টি দল উচ্চ ব্র্যাকেটে খেলবে এবং তৃতীয় স্থানের দলগুলি একই পর্বের নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটে খেলবে। প্রথম রাউন্ডের প্রতিটি ম্যাচ হবে সিঙ্গল এলিমিনেশন ফরম্যাটে। উচ্চ ব্র্যাকেটের 2টি বিজয়ী দল তারপর ডাবল এলিমিনেশন পর্যায়ে এগিয়ে যাবে। ডাবল এলিমিনেশন পর্বে হেরে যাওয়া দলটি তখন নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটের দলের বিপক্ষে প্রতিদ্বন্দ্বিতা করবে। এই পর্যায়ে নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটের যে দলটি হারবে তাদেরকে তৃতীয় স্থান হিসেবে শিরোনাম দেওয়া। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে অংশ নেওয়া সমস্ত 6টি দল পরের মাসের অপেশাদার কাপে আবার প্রতিযোগিতা করে বেরিয়ে আসতে হবে, যার উদ্দেশ্য নতুন এবং উন্নত দলগুলিকে অপেশাদার কাপে প্রতিযোগিতার সুযোগ দেওয়া। এর দ্বারা ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে আরও অভিজ্ঞ দলের সাথে তাদের দক্ষতা পরীক্ষার চক্রটি পুনরাবৃত্তি করা হচ্ছে। আমরা অর্থাৎ ESPL কিভাবে বাংলাদেশের দলগুলি পাওয়ার আপ সিরিজে পারফর্ম করে তা দেখার অপেক্ষায় রয়েছি। আপনার স্কোয়াড প্রস্তুত করুন এবং সিরিজটি শুরু হওয়ার জন্য প্রস্তুত থাকুন। গুড লাক এজেন্টস।
Hello guys, how are you all doing? I am Faxer and I welcome you all to the upper brackets round 2 match number 1 of ESPL Invitational Cup Series 5. And tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we've got two of the biggest names in Valorant in this country going up against each other. Yes, it's the El Clasico of Bangladeshi Valorant as we've got Exceeli Esports going up against LarioX Esports. And tonight, as you can see on the screen, the map picks have come in. Exceeli going for that unusual pick on Icebox, while LRX sticking up for their usual Ascent pick, while the decider map is going to be Bind. And we can just see this is going to be one hell of a fight tonight. And tonight I've got Kirito as my sidecaster. Say hi, Kirito.
Hey everybody, what's up? Hi Faxer. So we are in this ESPL Invitationals after the short eat break that we had, and we're gonna be starting things off with this big match between Exceeli and LRX Esports. But speaking of ESPL, there are some things I want to say about the ESPL series in general. Is that ESPL is a global esports network and tournament platform provider with the goal of elevating players from casual gamers to esports champions. Starting 2021 with a bang, ESPL's hope is to grow Valorant esports talent across South Asia through the PowerUp series. Visit espl.gg/Bangladesh for more tournaments like this and fun esports content. We're currently live streaming on ESPL Bangladesh Facebook and YouTube, as well as BongoBD.com. Organiser, Esports Players League, ESPL, country partner BongoBD. So back with the match, we're starting things off in Icebox. And considering we're going to be seeing Exceeli and LRX face off, I mean, there's just so many things about this matchup that I am so hyped about. One of the things, obviously, being the map Icebox, which is really not the most well-known map in the community, especially of Bangladesh. You know, most people don't like to play this map, but we are going to be seeing both sides play this. And I have seen both of them really perform well in this match. They have a lot of aggression, both sides, and they really play these attacking sides with so much coordination and so much such great utility usage,
Choose your
especially
agent.
coming out with those sort of vertical potential agents like Raze, Omen, and Jet. We see a lot of players play these, so it's gonna be interesting to see how they want to play these, especially in the defense, considering that they are Icebox is a little bit more advantageous towards the defenders. If the defenders hold a passive angle, it's gonna be really tough for them to sort of hold those sites. So let's see, as we see the agent selections are already in. We're going to see Fancy, and with the Reyna, she's playing the Jet. We're going to see Duke with the Sage, Missile with the Viper. That's the only smoker for Exceeli, so it's going to be interesting to see how he utilizes all that Viper utility. But on the other side, we have LRX on the attacking for the first half. With the usual lineup that we see them play quite a bit, we're going to see Kyojin as Sage, NVS as Reyna, and I think that is Lunatic in his whole new account, playing Omen, and Experiment 52 playing Jet, and Hermione with Sova. So we see both sides. We see Exceeli trying something new, especially with Duke. He's still relatively new in the lineup, so they're both trying some new stuff. But LRX, they are sticking both a little bit more to the traditional side. So let's see how they are gonna sort of start things off in this stacking half. It's gonna be a really interesting match indeed.
Well, right off the bat, we can see that Viper pick coming in from Exceeli, and Fancy and I am playing that Reyna. I think this is the first time he's playing a duelist character. Apart from the Sentinel he usually plays, it's gonna be very different for him going from that passive play style to this aggression that he has to come up with Reyna. And now we can see an A execute is gonna be coming up from LRX, as Duke is gonna get the first frag onto Experiment 52. Nicely played by him. Well, Missile is gonna get that wall up and deny them any entry over the side. Duke with another one onto Hermione. It's a 3-5 situation in favor of Exceeli right now.
Well, this round has already started popping us. We see all the players from the side of LRX have fallen already, and the attacking is slowly falling apart. We're going to see Exceeli Duke taking a 3k, and Shoestreak is going to also get a couple of frags there. The first round going in favor of Exceeli in defense, and they really played that passively. It was the pistol round. We shouldn't really, sort of take the pistol round as an example, but the pistol round carries such value for the entirety of the match. We're going to see hopefully you can see those full buys come in from the side of Exceeli. That's going to really strengthen their defense. And I think LRX are going to go for a really hardcore save. We're not seeing any armor. We're not seeing any different kinds of pistols. We're just seeing hardcore classics and just bare bones saves. So we're going to be starting off the second half, and LRX, they're really swarmed outside this mid and B region. But Exceeli have the lock pretty well. We see Missile with the Spectre. He's already aggressing towards B. They know that they are ecoing, so they are going to try and play this really aggressively, both sides. But we're seeing LRX pushing through this mid under Tube. Hate getting the first fight into Hermione. So what if I might say, we're going to see Duke run into these players in this B side. He's going for the plan, the Sage. But oh, he's gonna deny the plan. Duke and Duke and gets in POG.
One enemy remaining.
We see Lunatic getting a trade finally onto Shoot Streak, but it is a 1v4 all onto Lunatic. And he's surrounded from all sides. Fancy coming from behind and finishing things off with a frenzy. And oh my god, Duke. What a play that was, especially coming off from a Sage. And the tracking on the jet of Experiment 52, that was really well done. And we're going to see Exceeli Esports taking the first 2 rounds of this matchup.
Well, a nice round coming out from them, only losing one player in the form of Missile, I suppose. Oh, never mind. It was actually Shoestreak who was taken down in the last round. But the buy is gonna come out from LRX this round. This is gonna be the most interesting round because the both of the teams, I guess, they're buying because Exceeli also has a Phantom and a Vandal in their hands. While on the other hand, NBS is gonna go for that half shield, even though he has got that Reyna overheal. Shoestreak is gonna get pinned down with the help of that drone, getting tagged down and getting spammed down by Experiment 52, but Fancy 9 holding this angle, and they're gonna expect it. Hermione taking 2 of them down. Heiku getting only 1 of them onto Kyojin. It's a 4v2 situation in favor of LRX right now, as Duke and his teammate Missile is trying to regroup, trying to flank Missile. Duke getting that dink onto Experiment 52, inflicting some damage, but he's gonna get taken down by Envious eventually, while Missile with the late lure. Can he pull something off right now? That's the big question. He only has 1 Molotov Viper's pit left. Will get the first frag onto Lunatic, but he's gonna be traded out eventually by Envious. And the scoreline is 2-1 for Exceeli Esports.
Exceeli finally losing a round, considering that was more of a buy round for the side of LRX. They still did lose a couple of players, which we don't want to see. But Exceeli will still have enough money to go for full buys right now, which is gonna bring back the bring this back to a potentially first gun round in this matchup. And Exceeli still have the lead. They still have they still are able to buy those weapons. So I really think that it's still in their favor to sort of win this up in this next round, and that will give them an even more advantage and possibly give them some more ultimates, which are really important in Icebox, especially ultimates like Viper and Sova, really helpful in these little choke angles of this match. On the other side, we do see Exceeli, they have this momentum started, which is potentially what they need. They are a very aggressive team, and they are really dependent on momentum and confidence. So winning that 1 round, even though it was a gun round, even though it was bonus weapons for Exceeli, is still enough for them to get some boosts and potentially really help them out coordination-wise. So there are both things. There are things that both sides need to improve on right now, but mainly on LRX, it's a lot of pressure on them because they still need some time to get into that teamwork groove and get into that really aggressive attacking phase that they get into. So it's just a matter of time before hopefully we're going to see LRX go into that phase. As we see a pause timer going down, I think it is for the side of LRX. Hermione is having some problems with his internet connection. We're going to wait for him to reconnect. And then we're going to take a short break, ladies and gentlemen. Like and follow the stream, share the page, do all that stuff, and we will be back in a little bit.
Pulse timer is gonna be turned off. Hermione is back and ready to go. The buys are coming in. Only Shoestreak with the Ares is gonna be the only player with the SMG with the heavy machine gun on the side of Exceeli. As on the other side of LRX, they're gonna have full buys for the whole of the team. Missile with that Viper's Pit, denying any info over at B long. Let's see, taking some damage over onto the A side. He's gonna have to fall back, and he's gonna get healed onto 100 HP anyways, as LRX is trying to regroup over at A long right now. Hate Crew just trying to get some info, getting those shock darts, saying does some damage to Envy. I think he's gonna take him down eventually. Exceeli with another one, Fancy with another one. It's a 2v5 suddenly, and LRX have nowhere to go. They're trapped inside right now. As Fancy with another one comes in, Hermione trying to do something with his Vandal, taking Missile down, but Chillstreak with the spam with the Ares is gonna take him down anyways, and they're gonna get their third round on the board. Exceeli playing it so beautifully, holding that side and just read them so perfectly, getting those shots and connecting those shots, and taking those A duels and just winning them right over LRX.
I really didn't expect this Exceeli roster to play so well, especially with the new player Duke joining in just, it's just been a matter of weeks, and him playing like they've been playing together for a while. I mean, they're using those utilities, they're peeking those angles those are not just any kind of dry picks. They're peeking in with utility, they're peeking in with information. And we're gonna see a mid push coming in, but Duke is gonna jump down. That is not the right move there, as we see a Storm player. He's gonna take another Smith 52, but a trade coming from Missile, and one more. Chillstreak with one of his own. We're gonna see a 4v2 as we see the Haiku taking down Lunatic with his shock darts. In the end, it is only Kyojin with a Sheriff. He does have all of his utility, only half armor though, but behind him, creeping around, is Fancy. And he's surrounded all sides by the Viper utility coming out from Missile. So this round, not really much he can do. He can try and go for economic damage. Not sure if that's gonna affect Exceeli that much. But what a defensive round coming out of him though.
Well, yeah, he could go for those exit frags, as Hate Crew and Missile are down to very low HP, getting one-shotted by the Sheriff in any part of the hitboxes. You can see Kyojin just lurking up onto the kitchen position. But apart from that, another round goes to Exceeli, even though it was an eco round, but it was just really a really good eco round, as they only lost one member. Once again, it was a Duke who was fragged out on the side of Exceeli, and now we can see the second buy come. Never mind, the third buy coming in from LRX, as they're gonna be able to full buy after saving the last round. They have 5 of their ults, so they really need this round. They have to utilize their ultimates in a way so that they can get this round. They got that Sage Revive. They can maybe play over aggressive. Even if they get taken down, they've got that Sage Revive to get them back up and going. They've got the Omen as well. Jet also has his knives out, while on the other side we can see Fancy just going aggressive over at mid. I don't think LRX is expecting this. Fancy holds an angle over to Experiment 52. He's gonna tag him down, but on the other side, Missile is gonna take out Hermione, while Kyojin gives the trade on to shoot Freaks. The ult is gonna come out from a Missile, while on the other side, Kyojin is gonna pop his ult as well onto Hermione. It's a 5v4 in favor of LRX right now, as they're trying to regroup and hit the A side maybe, while we can see on their side Duke is going for that revive as well. It's now a 5v5. This team is not gonna let another team just take another round for them just like that, as they make it a 5v5, and Heidku has to play for this retake right now, while on the other side Lunatic taking down Missile, the flank coming in, but he's gonna be able to read it right now. And Exceeli now in a tough situation, as they have to retake the whole side, while Chillstreak very low on 20 HP, Duke also very low on HP. Fancy getting the first frag onto Envious, though it's a 4v4. They still need to retake the side. They're not making any progress, only getting the first frag. The dart comes out, the slurps are coming out, the trades come in. It's a 1v2 situation for Heidku right now. He's gonna take both of them down and win it for Exceeli. What a clutch. The spray transfer just comes in and just takes both of them down. They couldn't just make a simple trade. LRX, that is not how a tier 1 team plays. You need to get those trades in. It was a simple trade, and they
Oh my
couldn't
god, that
handle
was such a good
Hate
shot coming out of him. I mean, LRX were playing on the trades. It was just, I think Hate Cruz out aimed them. It was straight up, he was better at aiming. He just flicked onto him right time. So, I mean, overall, it was a good run coming out of LRX. They did do a lot of damage. They were able to get the bomb down, but the economy still isn't in the best state. They're still going for a bit of a force buy. They do have rifles. The Sheriff in the hand of Envious. But the rest of the players still have some guns in their hands. We're gonna see Exceeli though, a shoe streak with an operator. This is the first time we're gonna see one in this matchup as we see Missile holding a really good one-way angle with his Viper utility. And so far, he's been really useful with the Viper, considering it's a lot of pressure on him. The only controller for his team, the Viper, which is not, most well-known controller. A lot of people prefer to use Omen or Brimstone, but he's gonna get taken out by Hermione initially in the round. But Shoestring with a trade with the operator. He's going for another pick. Sees Hermione. Hermione thinks he can out-aim the operator, but no, Shoestring's gonna cancel him out. Kyojin stuck in a very awkward position in the smoke.
Whoa.
How does he hit that? So
No, this is
2v3
something
now
else.
as Kyojin takes a trade on from Duke. Staged it, if I might say, but it is still very much in favor as they still have that fancy from the flank. He's gonna take down Kyojin 1v3 all on to Experiment 52, and he's gonna get taken out by Hit Crew. Oh my god, Shoestring with the operator, ladies and gentlemen.
What was that from Shoestring? Just taking those peaks, and the last shot that he connected, it was through the smoke. I did not
Lunatic is
expect that
just
to connect.
Becoming a lunatic right now. It's like, how did he hit me? How?
Yeah, he's pretty mad. How did that even happen? He's probably screaming at his teammates or something. But nonetheless, Exceeli is gonna get that 6th round on their board. As their economy is strong right now, they can go more rounds in this defensive half if they want to. While LRX, on the other hand, they need this round so badly, or their economy is so broken right now. Hermione doesn't even have the money to go for that shield or even that half shield. He's gonna go for that Vandal and no shield. That's gonna be very risky from him. A phantom headshot is gonna connect and he's gonna get taken down just like that. Maybe if it does so. Missile on the B side, just putting that wall over, denying any entry. Shoestring missing his shot onto Envious, and is gonna get taken down with the spam coming in from him.
Great utility usage, by the way, coming out.
Yeah, exactly. The slower up
Yeah,
coming
okay.
in, and he's not going to be able to reposition or rotate over to any of the sidelines that he wished to. But on the other side, Envious with another one onto Fancy. They've got the A side cleared up, and the rotation is coming in from Exceeli. Only Missile left B side, and he's going to get taken down eventually by Experiment 52 after he got the initial frag onto Lunatic. And it's now a 2v4 situation in favor of LarioX right now. Their second round might just be on the cards as Duke and Hate Crew is trying to reposition themselves, regroup as a team. Hate Crew getting the first frag onto Experiment 52. I don't know what Experiment 52 was doing in that open position, just playing like that. While Duke is gonna get slow up. Hate Crew with another one onto Kyojin. The yellow angles are cleared right now. Exceeli, Duke with another one onto Envious.
Player standing.
Hate Crew with the trade, and they're gonna clutch it
How
out.
did they win that?
Exceeli just stomping over LRX, and LRX just throwing away rounds that they're supposed to win. The clutches are coming in from Exceeli, and that's what probably is going to be the winning factor for them in the long run. They're getting the momentum, they have the confidence, but on the other side, LRX are just down right now. They're morally so gonna be probably so down. It's the
Not only
second.
that, it was a 3v2. The bomb plan was down in their favor.
Never mind. It was
defuse
a
the bomb. They have
2v4.
the utility too.
Yeah,
They have the
exactly.
utility too. So just play patiently. Use those Reyna utility. They're not gonna just hold it there. They're gonna tap the bomb. They're gonna peek. They're gonna wait. Try and get some frags. So
LRX didn't-
I'm really surprised LRX were unsuccessful in winning that round.
LRX didn't
Then
even
that's-
play for those trades, like they were giving away 1v1s to Duke and Hate Crew just like that. And only on the last two fights, they went for those trades and they were instantly traded out by Hate Crew, and that resulted in Exceeli winning that round. They need to play for those trades, LRX. I don't know what is happening in their voice, and they actually need this a pause, even if it is a technical pause. They need to get their game together and play as a team, get those trades in, and like peak together and just take those gunfights confidently, and maybe then they can hope for a comeback onto Exceeli.
Yeah, as I said, this team is really good coordination and aggression wise. That controlled aggression, the controlled attacking phase is what makes them so dangerous and what makes them so strong. And it's just gonna take them a while to adjust to it. But so far, I mean, even if it takes them a while to adjust to it, they're just giving away those few rounds, which could be really crucial for them in the long run. Crucial for them to get even some momentum. Even a single frag that round could have changed the flow of the game. Even if they killed Duke or Hate Crew in that 2v3 scenario, that whole round could have been different. If they played patiently, we would not be in this scenario right now. But there is still time. It is still 7-1. I mean, the gap is increasing. They have to hurry up, but they still have some time left. Hopefully, they are gonna, as you said, Faxer, get their teamwork together, get their coordination together. The utility usage, there are some small signs that I'm seeing that the utility usage is there, and they just need to have the same communication. That is it. But on the side of Exceeli, I mean, everything is going really well right now. So far, I mean, if this continues, if they might even start trolling, who knows? But um, they are really playing good. Especially Missile with the Viper, he isn't really fragging that much, as we can see, but playing solo smokes, solo controller in this map, and playing the role of sort of a smoker, and also, I mean, a Viper plays a different kind of role in a game, even if he's a controller, even if he's playing a primary smoker, is a different playstyle to Viper, which I think Missile is doing really well. He's overall covering the entire map with his walls and everything. The utility is really good, using it both aggressively and defensively. And the rest of the players are just following the lead. They're just taking the frags when they need to, taking those trades, properly using the utilities. We're gonna see Duke with the wall. I think he's gonna try and do something really cool right now. Maybe play really aggressively, and he's gonna have a lot of company in his hands. So, and Duke has been fragging really well, especially with the Sage, especially being a new player. He might get a kill or two in this aggressive lead that he's taking. Oh, he's trying to get that orb. He's just walking on so that he's staying safe. And we're gonna see a push coming in from LarioX in this A side. All 5 of the players are coming in. So far, they haven't gotten much success in pushing into the side. Hate Crew and Duke successfully holding them back. So rotations and flanks are coming in from the rest of the players. A good positioning held by Fancy Nice. Hermione takes the first frag onto Duke. It's that putting that much more pressure onto Hate Crew as the rest of the players have to join him now. Instead of going in the flank, but Fancy with a cheeky pick, but he can't run away as Kyojin takes him down, and he brings back Lunatic from the revive. There is a Vandal there too, but Freak with the frag onto Hermione. He's so good with the operator. A smoke's gonna come in, and oh, he was so close in this prediction shots. Lunatic just surviving the skin of his teeth, and they're going back to A, but Hate Crew still there, holding an aggressive position, and he takes down Lunatic. He's gonna fall back with the recon, and this give away so much information. He's gonna be in the cover of backside. Right now, we see nice coming out of Experience 52, taking down Hate Crew 2v3, and the ult is available for Shoestreak. This is looking very much winnable for the side of LarioX, and this could be the beginning of them starting, sort of initiating a comeback. As the Envious, aware of the flank coming out of Missile, but Missile is taking the long, which is going above and just sees the head of Envious. That is not a good position to play in Experiment 52 with so low in HP. Shoestreak peeking from Nest as both players are coming in from both sides, but Kyojin is peeking him. Shoestreak pulling out the blades from here. Updrafting sees Experiment 52, but he's gonna take him out. Missile with the trade on to Experiment 52 1v1. Kyojin has healed himself. He's gonna put a poison molly in front of him, and from above, Kyojin, it's half diffused. He needs to hurry up. He's gonna stick it. He's gonna stick it, but no. Oh my god, Kyojin taking him down in the last second, but he will die to the bomb though. Economic damage is done because of that death, but LarioX are gonna be taking another hard-fought round. It looks so good for Exceeli, that flank pick coming out from Fancy, Shoestreak getting those operator kills. If he had only connected with the Bladestorm, the round would have been very different, but overall, really well played to both sides, and LarioX, they finally got a round in the back, so let's see if they can sort of take it away from here.
Well, Kyojin almost just whiffing it, getting that jump shot and just giving it to luck.
That would have been sad.
Yeah, that would have been very sad. It was only like 0.36 seconds left, so he had to gamble it for himself, for his team. As the drone is gonna come out and tag Missile, while the ult
Oh,
is gonna come out
Fancy
as well
though.
from Hermione, but he's gonna miss it. Fancy with an aggressive
Fancy.
angle over
They
at
don't.
B
They have no
long.
idea he's here.
But I think LarioX should check this angle. They're just gonna fall back after getting the first thing. But Fancy with that angle again. He's gonna get 2 frags on the collateral onto Kyojin and Lunatic. Both of them down. The smoke and the Sage is down from LRX as Duke is gonna get another one onto Hermione. What is happening? Where are the trades? Get those double peeks in. You're picking alone, Hermione. Your team is not with you. There is no smokes to play with right now. They cannot even execute a side as Duke and Hatred is just gonna clean up LRX just like that as the 8th round comes on board for Exceeli. What a performance coming out from them, but I'm just not gonna give it to them because LRX, I have seen LRX play previously, and this is not how they play. They're just going in solo, picking those fights. They're not cautious about their peaks. They're not cautious about their gameplay. They have no awareness of the situations or whatsoever. They're just getting in and losing those 1v1s in gunfights. Why do you even need to take 1v1s when you have got your teammates?
Oh
and
my
it's
God,
Fancy with another one. Aggression is coming into play. Fancy with the second one. Might get the third with the classic, dismissing away, and Chill Streak is gonna clean it up along with Hate Crew. This is just vintage
What is
Exceeli
happening?
cleaning up LRX. I don't know what's
This
happening.
is Exceeli at its finest.
This is not what I
lately
expected.
we have seen Exceeli really underperform quite many aspects in many matches. We've seen them not really performing as they used to. The old Exceeli who used to dominate every team. And I sort of expected this to be a much closer fight considering LRX is the team which I would put maybe second best right now in the country, right behind Exceeli. So I expected a lot tougher competition, but with this new join-in coming out of Duke and his performance, it's just so good. The coordination, the aim, Missile with the operator kill, traded though by Lunatic, but he again is traded by Fancy9. It's a 3v4. We can see the operator Missile still alive. He's gonna pull the ultimate in the last second, but behind him. Oh, they aren't able to get, but he does. Experiment 52 getting the frag onto Missile. The operator is down. He does spot Fancy there. Playing the arena, they will be able to take the bomb down, but Heiku just a bit late with the ultimate. He won't tag anybody either, but Experiment 52 with another frag onto Fancy. Making this a 2v3. But we have seen Exceeli clutch before, so let's see if they can win another round, taking it to the double digits even before the second half. A recon coming in from Heiku will give away information that Kyojin is there, and he's gonna flip onto him. Heiku with another frag in the smoke. What is happening? And he gets the frag.
Oh
Kyojin,
my God.
I have no idea how they won.
This is not the LRX that we get to see. We have seen in the past few months or even in the past few weeks. I don't know what is happening in their team right now, but we can see the dedication in the game of Exceeli. They have grinded their way to this. They were underperforming last month, and they knew they had to put in the hours, put in more hard work into the game, and we can see that in their gameplay. Missile with that Viper, taking that off, that is not something you see every day. They have got their confidence in, and now they're just stomping over LRX as a 10-2 scoreline for Exceeli right now, as a pause is also going to come in from Exceeli.
Well, I mean, that was such a great performance coming out of them. Everyone from Exceeli had individual things that they did, individual plays, individual utility uses that I really thought was well done and really, what can I say? It was so perfectly executed. And overall, teamwork-wise, we do see them playing with those double peaks, playing with utilities, and sort of coordinating or whatever they are gonna do with the rest of the team, and they are doing that really well. LRX too, we do see glimpses of that. They do that quite a bit, but for some reason I'm not seeing that same performance from them. They're going for dry peaks. They're not peaking with utilities. They're not double peaking. They're not taking those trades as you said. So a 10 to a score. It's still, I'm gonna say it's still winnable. It's still comebackable. We have seen comebacks come from even farther score lines, I think, but it's gonna take a huge miracle for them, a huge change in their strategy, huge change in their performance and how they play. And playing defensively requires a lot more coordination, a lot more utility usage. So let's see how they execute this. As we see this A side being aggressed by the side of Exceeli. We do see a couple of players and the bomb with Duke on this B side. And this is sort of a fake towards A. He's gonna be this is a really successful fake, I must say. As they are able to pull 4 players toward the side of A. One is Lunatic. He's still in the side of B, getting surrounded from all sides. Shoestreak doesn't see him, and he gets pays the ultimate price for it as he's gonna get taken out. But the bomb pen will go
timing.
down. He is 35 HP to Kyojin with one more frag onto Missile on this side. We didn't even see that. But it is a 5v3. Very much vulnerable for LRX. His first pistol round so crucial as Hate's gonna send in a recon. That's gonna give her information through the smoke. He's gonna find one of his friend 52. But a follow-up yet to come is Kyojin. He's gonna go for the defuse, but NVS, he's gonna get a trade on as he gets 8 gets taken out. One more frag for NVS onto Duke. And Fancy trying to do some really fancy stuff there above that sage wall, but he couldn't do much. And LRX taking the first pistol round in the second half. And hopefully this will sort of initiate the comeback that you so much want to see come out of them. This will allow them to go for the force buys in the next round, go for those Spectres. Oh, look at Exceeli though. They are also force buying.
Yeah,
This
they
is
should.
indeed
In some ways, they
interesting.
should. They have got a lead of 7 rounds. In some sense, they should. They also got the plan down, so they're obviously viable for a force buy. But this is gonna be very interesting to see if LRX is expecting this. They should. They got the plan down. They have got a 7-round lead. But LRX hitting that first pistol round is gonna be such a huge confidence boost for them. Maybe, just maybe, a comeback is on the cards, but they still have a long way to go as Fancy picking over that wall of his teammate is gonna get taken down by Experiment 52. He's gonna miss all of his shots, while Duke is gonna get tagged down to 50 HP, but he's gonna heal himself up to 100. On the other hand, the retake is coming in. The spike has been tapped once. Is gonna force out the peaks from Exceeli. The trades are coming in. Hate Crew with that chalk dart onto NVS is gonna fuse the defuse coming in from him.
One enemy
As
remaining.
Missile will get another one onto Hermione. Hate Crew. Lunatic doesn't know his position, but Missile with the Sheriff is gonna take him down, and the force buy works out for them. They have got them.
This is such a confusing match. I had no idea what was going down in that A side.
I could never
was
have-
playing Ring Around the Roses backside. Missile was speaking with the Sheriff. I don't know, man. This match is messing with my brain quite a bit, as we're gonna be seeing an 11-3 scoreline as the force by working out for Exceeli. They still are. I think they're gonna use some of those bonuses with Duke, Shoestreak, and Fancy 9. They are gonna be upgrading. No, my bad. Fancy 9 is gonna give away the Phantom to his teammate Missile. And LRX, they are on a force where we do see 3 Sheriffs, a Frenzy, and a Judge coming in from Lunatic, who's gonna get 1 frag, but doesn't get a second as Duke gets a trade onto him, making this a 4v4, equalizing everything. And Exceeli, they're gonna fall back as we see Missile. He's holding that mid region. It's a really good game sense coming out of him. He's holding for anybody who might try and flank from mid. And they're rotating towards A, but NVS in a really interesting position in this nest outside the A side. He
This is gonna
can
be
get
big.
lots of frags, but Shoestreak, I think he spotted him. And Duke is gonna finishing things off. Exceeli are smart enough to check that angle. And oh, they're running into the frenzy of Experiment 52, who gets 1 frag onto Duke, but the trade in by Shoestreak makes it 3v2. But we do see very low HP on Hate Crew. You see the Shoestreak getting detected by the corner of the recon, and Hermione almost getting a frag there. Both players on Sheriff for LRX. They really need to get this clutch. Missile able to take down Hermione. That shock dart did not work. Oh, that actually worked. Okay, my bad. I thought that was Hermione shock dart. As we see, Kyojin, nice 1-tap on the Shoestreak. It is a 1v2, but the poison from Missile is not gonna let him defuse, and from behind, Hate who's gonna finish things off as we see a 12-3 scoreline come down in Exceeli. They're just flying right now. Every one of their players are playing so consistently, so coordinated this team is in these attacks. The rotation, the holding from mid, watching the flanks, checking those angles. It's so well done, and they're playing on the traits so perfectly. I mean, LRX, they too had some creative ideas. We do see NVS going in that nest on top of the nest, to maybe get a frag. But I wish the double peak. I wish Experiment 52 would be holding maybe in pipes to sort of peak above that. Maybe get one more frag when they're all fixated on him. But we are going to be seeing possibly the last round of this matchup in the first map going in favor of LRX. As we see another aggressive push coming down towards this B side. As we see a trade coming in. Kyojin takes on Hate Crew. Fancy with a trade and a second one. Lunatic taking down Hermione with another frag. A second one before dying. Shoestreak gonna take on Hermione. A revive was done there somewhere from the side of Exceeli to bring back a player. But it is a 2v3. It is on to Experiment 52 and Envy as the duelists for LRX have to fight, have to win this round, keep them alive in this match. But they think they're rotated. As we see one of the players, Experiment 52, going towards mid, he doesn't spot anybody. So that's going to give information to NVS to maybe hold this B side a tad bit longer as we see the Viper wall going up again. But he sees Missile as he takes him out with a clean headshot. He's going to even get some heals onto him, making this a 2v2. Things seem much more equalized now as we see the players of Exceeli going mid. I think they're trying to rotate towards A, maybe? You see Hate Crew. NVS, he's going to go on this ramps in mid right now, but he's going back to kitchen. This is all on timing, but Envious spots Hate Crew first. It is all onto Shoestreaks to win this for his team. And 1v2, he pulls out the Blade Storm. He wants to finish it in style, and he dabs Experiment 52 in the head. It is all onto Envious. Takes him, but he gets the headshot. The right click was there, but the damage wasn't enough. Still has 50 HP left. And LRX left to fight another day.
Well, Envious clutching it out for his team in that do or die round. It's still another do or die round for LRX as Exceeli is gonna come up with that force buy once again. Missile with only 2100 credits left is gonna go for that Sheriff. But on the other side, Duke has 5100 credits. It's gonna be so valuable for him. He's gonna get that Vandal along with the full shield. Well, on the other side, we can see Experiment 52 getting that charge, but Shoestreak, what are you doing?
Oh my
Getting
god.
that F-draft and just tapping the head off Envious. He did not expect this to happen.
Experiment 52
He's
though.
gonna miss Experiment 52.
Oh no.
But he's gonna get taken down, but he's gonna be traded out by Fancy. I don't know what happened. I did say him to connect the shots, but it's not gonna work out in the end as Fancy 9 is gonna go over aggressive and get Lunatic down as it's a 3v2 situation in favor of Exceeli right now. Fancy with another one onto Kyojin. Fancy is looking hungry. Fancy is looking strong as he's gonna get the 4K for himself and end this matchup with a 13-4 scoreline in favor Exceeli.
What an aggressive play there by Fancy and Exceeli taking their first map, ladies and gentlemen, in Icebox. Such a well-played map by them. I think they've mastered this map. They are possibly the most dangerous team on Icebox. I don't know what you say about Icebox. It is a map that is in the competitive pool, and Exceeli are looking damn strong in it with that coordination, especially with this new Viper agent joining their lineup. Is Missile. He's played really well with the Viper. You might say he's not getting frags, but frags isn't everything. That utility is really well done. He's providing cover for his teammates. He's giving those damage as the players walk through his Viper utility. And the other players just follow lead. They just follow suit and get those frags when they need to, giving the communication to him. I mean, it's just so well done by them. LRX, they really underperformed. They really didn't play up to par. The fraggers, especially NVS, Kyojin. I mean, overall, every single player of LRX is really aggressive and really good at fragging, but I haven't seen them really frag out much either. I mean, not one player has really, doesn't really highlight in my mind that they really played aggressively in that matchup. So LRX, they really need to work up on their strategies. Next is their own map pick in Ascent, which I think Exceeli isn't that bad at either. But it's a lot more pressure on them right now because if they lose this, they're gonna send to the lower brackets. So it's gonna be a really tough match coming coming out ahead of them. And we're gonna be taking you guys to that next map after we take a short break as the teams prepare for the next match in Icebox. So ladies and gentlemen, stay with us, like, share the stream, follow the page, do all that stuff as we're gonna be taking the short break, and we will be back in a little bit.
Every young gamer wants to become an esports professional. We make it happen. You just keep on winning.
স্বাগতম বাংলাদেশের জন্য ESPL Valorant PowerUp সিরিজ ফরম্যাটে আপনাকে জানাই স্বাগতম। এই সিরিজটি রায়ট গেমস দক্ষিণ এশিয়া সমর্থিত একটি উদ্যোগ যা বাংলাদেশের ভেতরে অপেশাদার গেমারদের প্রতিভা বজায় রাখতে এবং বৃদ্ধি করতে সহায়তা করবে। এর সুবিধার্থে পাওয়ার আপ সিরিজটিতে প্রতি মাসে 2টি প্রাইজ পুল সহ 2টি টুর্নামেন্ট থাকবে। প্রতিটি মাস শুরু হবে একটি বাছাই পর্বের সাথে, যেখানে সবগুলি দল সিঙ্গল এলিমিনেশন ফরম্যাটে প্রতিযোগিতা করবে শীর্ষ 8টি দল পর্যন্ত এবং এই 8টি দল অ্যামেচার কাপে উত্তীর্ণ হবে। এই 8টি দল ডাবল এলিমিনেশনে লড়াই করবে এবং বিজয়ী শীর্ষস্থানীয় 3টি দল আমন্ত্রিত হবে ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে প্রতিযোগিতা করবে শীর্ষস্থানীয় 3টি দল এবং আমন্ত্রিত 3টি দল। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপের সময় অপেশাদার কাপ এবং ইনভিটেশনাল কাপের শীর্ষ 2টি দল উচ্চ ব্র্যাকেটে খেলবে এবং তৃতীয় স্থানের দলগুলি একই পর্বের নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটে খেলবে। প্রথম রাউন্ডের প্রতিটি ম্যাচ হবে সিঙ্গল এলিমিনেশন ফরম্যাটে। উচ্চ ব্র্যাকেটের 2টি বিজয়ী দল তারপর ডাবল এলিমিনেশন পর্যায়ে এগিয়ে যাবে। ডাবল এলিমিনেশন পর্বে হেরে যাওয়া দলটি তখন নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটের দলের বিপক্ষে প্রতিদ্বন্দ্বিতা করবে। এই পর্যায়ে নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটের যে দলটি হারবে তাদেরকে তৃতীয় স্থান হিসেবে শিরোনাম দেওয়া। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে অংশ নেওয়া সমস্ত 6টি দল পরের মাসের অপেশাদার কাপে আবার প্রতিযোগিতা করে বেরিয়ে আসতে হবে, যার উদ্দেশ্য নতুন এবং উন্নত দলগুলিকে অপেশাদার কাপে প্রতিযোগিতার সুযোগ দেওয়া। এর দ্বারা ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে আরও অভিজ্ঞ দলের সাথে তাদের দক্ষতা পরীক্ষার চক্রটি পুনরাবৃত্তি করা হচ্ছে। আমরা অর্থাৎ ESPL কিভাবে বাংলাদেশের দলগুলি পাওয়ার আপ সিরিজে পারফর্ম করে তা দেখার অপেক্ষায় রয়েছি। আপনার স্কোয়াড প্রস্তুত করুন এবং সিরিজটি শুরু হওয়ার জন্য প্রস্তুত থাকুন। গুড লাক এজেন্টস।
Every young gamer wants to become an esports professional. We make it happen. You just keep on winning.
স্বাগতম বাংলাদেশের জন্য ESPL Valorant PowerUp সিরিজ ফরম্যাটে আপনাকে জানাই স্বাগতম। এই সিরিজটি রায়ট গেমস দক্ষিণ এশিয়া সমর্থিত একটি উদ্যোগ যা বাংলাদেশের ভেতরে অপেশাদার গেমারদের প্রতিভা বজায় রাখতে এবং বৃদ্ধি করতে সহায়তা করবে। এর সুবিধার্থে পাওয়ার আপ সিরিজটিতে প্রতি মাসে 2টি প্রাইজ পুল সহ 2টি টুর্নামেন্ট থাকবে। প্রতিটি মাস শুরু হবে একটি বাছাই পর্বের সাথে, যেখানে সবগুলি দল সিঙ্গল এলিমিনেশন ফরম্যাটে প্রতিযোগিতা করবে শীর্ষ 8টি দল পর্যন্ত এবং এই 8টি দল অ্যামেচার কাপে উত্তীর্ণ হবে। এই 8টি দল ডাবল এলিমিনেশনে লড়াই করবে এবং বিজয়ী শীর্ষস্থানীয় 3টি দল আমন্ত্রিত হবে ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে প্রতিযোগিতা করবে শীর্ষস্থানীয় 3টি দল এবং আমন্ত্রিত 3টি দল। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপের সময় অপেশাদার কাপ এবং ইনভিটেশনাল কাপের শীর্ষ 2টি দল উচ্চ ব্র্যাকেটে খেলবে এবং তৃতীয় স্থানের দলগুলি একই পর্বের নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটে খেলবে। প্রথম রাউন্ডের প্রতিটি ম্যাচ হবে সিঙ্গল এলিমিনেশন ফরম্যাটে। উচ্চ ব্র্যাকেটের 2টি বিজয়ী দল তারপর ডাবল এলিমিনেশন পর্যায়ে এগিয়ে যাবে। ডাবল এলিমিনেশন পর্বে হেরে যাওয়া দলটি তখন নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটের দলের বিপক্ষে প্রতিদ্বন্দ্বিতা করবে। এই পর্যায়ে নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটের যে দলটি হারবে তাদেরকে তৃতীয় স্থান হিসেবে শিরোনাম দেওয়া। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে অংশ নেওয়া সমস্ত 6টি দল পরের মাসের অপেশাদার কাপে আবার প্রতিযোগিতা করে বেরিয়ে আসতে হবে, যার উদ্দেশ্য নতুন এবং উন্নত দলগুলিকে অপেশাদার কাপে প্রতিযোগিতার সুযোগ দেওয়া। এর দ্বারা ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে আরও অভিজ্ঞ দলের সাথে তাদের দক্ষতা পরীক্ষার চক্রটি পুনরাবৃত্তি করা হচ্ছে। আমরা অর্থাৎ ESPL কিভাবে বাংলাদেশের দলগুলি পাওয়ার আপ সিরিজে পারফর্ম করে তা দেখার অপেক্ষায় রয়েছি। আপনার স্কোয়াড প্রস্তুত করুন এবং সিরিজটি শুরু হওয়ার জন্য প্রস্তুত থাকুন। গুড লাক এজেন্টস।
Every young gamer wants to become an esports professional. We make it happen. You just keep on winning.
স্বাগতম বাংলাদেশের জন্য ESPL Valorant PowerUp সিরিজ ফরম্যাটে আপনাকে জানাই স্বাগতম। এই সিরিজটি রায়োট গেমস দক্ষিণ এশিয়া সমর্থিত একটি উদ্যোগ যা বাংলাদেশের ভেতরে অপেশাদার গেমারদের প্রতিভা বজায় রাখতে এবং বৃদ্ধি করতে সহায়তা করবে। এর সুবিধার্থে পাওয়ার আপ সিরিজটিতে প্রতি মাসে দুটি প্রাইজ পুল সহ দুটি টুর্নামেন্ট থাকবে। প্রতিটি মাস শুরু হবে একটি বাছাই পর্বের সাথে, যেখানে সবগুলি দল সিঙ্গল এলিমিনেশন ফরম্যাটে প্রতিযোগিতা করবে শীর্ষ 8টি দল পর্যন্ত, এবং এই 8টি দল অ্যামেচার কাপে উত্তীর্ণ হবে। এই 8টি দল ডাবল এলিমিনেশনে লড়াই করবে এবং বিজয়ী শীর্ষস্থানীয় 3টি দল আমন্ত্রিত হবে ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে প্রতিযোগিতা করবে শীর্ষস্থানীয় 3টি দল এবং আমন্ত্রিত 3টি দল। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপের সময় অপেশাদার কাপ এবং ইনভিটেশনাল কাপের শীর্ষ দুটি দল উচ্চ ব্র্যাকেটে খেলবে এবং তৃতীয় স্থানের দলগুলি একই পর্বের নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটে খেলবে। প্রথম রাউন্ডের প্রতিটি ম্যাচ হবে সিঙ্গল এলিমিনেশন ফরম্যাটে। উচ্চ ব্র্যাকেটের দুটি বিজয়ী দল তারপর ডাবল এলিমিনেশন পর্যায়ে এগিয়ে যাবে। ডাবল এলিমিনেশন পর্বে হেরে যাওয়া দলটি তখন নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটের দলের বিপক্ষে প্রতিদ্বন্দ্বিতা করবে। এই পর্যায়ে নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটের যে দলটি হারবে তাদেরকে তৃতীয় স্থান হিসেবে শিরোনাম দেওয়া। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে অংশ নেওয়া সমস্ত 6টি দল পরের মাসের অপেশাদার কাপে আবার প্রতিযোগিতা করে বেরিয়ে আসতে হবে, যার উদ্দেশ্য নতুন এবং উন্নত দলগুলিকে অপেশাদার কাপে প্রতিযোগিতার সুযোগ দেওয়া। এর দ্বারা ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে আরও অভিজ্ঞ দলের সাথে তাদের দক্ষতা পরীক্ষার চক্রটি পুনরাবৃত্তি করা হচ্ছে। আমরা অর্থাৎ ESPL কিভাবে বাংলাদেশের দলগুলি পাওয়ার আপ সিরিজে পারফর্ম করে তা দেখার অপেক্ষায় রয়েছি। আপনার স্কোয়াড প্রস্তুত করুন এবং সিরিজটি শুরু হওয়ার জন্য প্রস্তুত থাকুন। গুড লাক এজেন্টস।
Every young gamer wants to become an esports professional. We make it happen. You just keep on winning.
স্বাগতম বাংলাদেশের জন্য ESPL Valorant PowerUp সিরিজ ফরম্যাটে আপনাকে জানাই স্বাগতম। এই সিরিজটি রায়োট গেমস দক্ষিণ এশিয়া সমর্থিত একটি উদ্যোগ যা বাংলাদেশের ভেতরে অপেশাদার গেমারদের প্রতিভা বজায় রাখতে এবং বৃদ্ধি করতে সহায়তা করবে। এর সুবিধার্থে পাওয়ার আপ সিরিজটিতে প্রতি মাসে দুটি প্রাইজ পুল সহ দুটি টুর্নামেন্ট থাকবে। প্রতিটি মাস শুরু হবে একটি বাছাই পর্বের সাথে, যেখানে সবগুলি দল সিঙ্গল এলিমিনেশন ফরম্যাটে প্রতিযোগিতা করবে শীর্ষ 8টি দল পর্যন্ত, এবং এই 8টি দল অ্যামেচার কাপে উত্তীর্ণ হবে। এই 8টি দল ডাবল এলিমিনেশনে লড়াই করবে এবং বিজয়ী শীর্ষস্থানীয় 3টি দল আমন্ত্রিত হবে ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে প্রতিযোগিতা করবে শীর্ষস্থানীয় 3টি দল এবং আমন্ত্রিত 3টি দল। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপের সময় অপেশাদার কাপ এবং ইনভিটেশনাল কাপের শীর্ষ দুটি দল উচ্চ ব্র্যাকেটে খেলবে এবং তৃতীয় স্থানের দলগুলি একই পর্বের নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটে খেলবে। প্রথম রাউন্ডের প্রতিটি ম্যাচ হবে সিঙ্গল এলিমিনেশন ফরম্যাটে। উচ্চ ব্র্যাকেটের দুটি বিজয়ী দল তারপর ডাবল এলিমিনেশন পর্যায়ে এগিয়ে যাবে। ডাবল এলিমিনেশন পর্বে হেরে যাওয়া দলটি তখন নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটের দলের বিপক্ষে প্রতিদ্বন্দ্বিতা করবে। এই পর্যায়ে নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটের যে দলটি হারবে তাদেরকে তৃতীয় স্থান হিসেবে শিরোনাম দেওয়া। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে অংশ নেওয়া সমস্ত 6টি দল পরের মাসের অপেশাদার কাপে আবার প্রতিযোগিতা করে বেরিয়ে আসতে হবে, যার উদ্দেশ্য নতুন এবং উন্নত দলগুলিকে অপেশাদার কাপে প্রতিযোগিতার সুযোগ দেওয়া। এর দ্বারা ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে আরও অভিজ্ঞ দলের সাথে তাদের দক্ষতা পরীক্ষার চক্রটি পুনরাবৃত্তি করা হচ্ছে। আমরা অর্থাৎ ESPL কিভাবে বাংলাদেশের দলগুলি পাওয়ার আপ সিরিজে পারফর্ম করে তা দেখার অপেক্ষায় রয়েছি। আপনার স্কোয়াড প্রস্তুত করুন এবং সিরিজটি শুরু হওয়ার জন্য প্রস্তুত থাকুন। গুড লাক এজেন্টস।
And hello, ladies and gentlemen. We are back today in the ESPL Valorant PowerUp Series 5 upper brackets between this match of Exceeli and LarioX Esports. And so far, it's been a really interesting match coming up from both sides, especially Exceeli, since they did win this first matchup in the first map in Icebox against LarioX in a really dominant fashion. And I didn't really expect them to take it in such a dominant fashion because LRX, they seem like even if they weren't better than Exceeli, they certainly are on the same level. And Exceeli, they haven't been performing as the best they could, especially within roster changes and the strategy. They're still working stuff out, and they aren't the usual Exceeli as they used to be. So I sort of thought that they might not have been totally well equipped to take on such a strong team in this new map, but they really played. Surprisingly played really well, especially Duke and Missile playing those aggressive and sort of passive utility roles. So yeah, they definitely took it home in my favor, in my opinion, and performed really well. So we're gonna be going into the map pick of LRX now, which is in Ascent, and we do know LRX are really aggressive and really well coordinated in that map, but don't count Exili out of it either, because Ascent is the map which I think that a lot of teams in our country, despite not being their map pick, they are somewhat really good at it. So I'm expecting an even tougher competition in this map of Ascent coming out from both sides. A lot more pressure on LRX though, because if they lose this, they're down to the lower brackets. So let's see who's gonna take it away now. And we have on my as my co-caster Faxer, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here now, right now, and we can see the agent picks are coming in. Envious going with that Phoenix of his. I just think with that Reyna, he's just a bit more useful than the Phoenix because Envious is such a player that just likes to get in and get those frags in. He doesn't care about anything else. That's it. That's Envious for you. And with Phoenix, you can actually do that, but not in the way that you can just do it with Reyna. But on the other side, we can see the Astra pick coming in from Hate Crew. This is what I have been waiting for. Exceeli playing that Astra. Duke is gonna go for that usual Sage pick, fancy with that Sentinel pick of his, playing the Killjoy. Shoes Freak, the only duelist in the team, being the Jet, while Missile is on the Sova. On the other side, Experiment 52 going with that usual Cypher, Hermione on the Sova as we know him to be. We're gonna take on the Omen and Kyojin, changing it up and going for that Jet.
A unique lineup indeed, as we see the Astra and Killjoy becoming into Hate Core and Fancy and respectively. You see LRX still going with their, sort of basic picks, but Exili, they have really, they are really changing things up. We do see two Sentinels in their arsenal, so just gonna make them a really big force to be reckoned with in the defensive half, especially with the Astra and Killjoy sort of synergy possibility that we know very much exists, which is mainly introduced by mercenaries. So it is really nice to see some of the teams in our country, and especially in the Bangladeshi scene, are trying to pick up these metas from the other regions such as North America and Europe. So in those NA matches that I've seen in the VCTs, it's just, I mean, it's almost as if Astra and what's the new agent? I think Sky. They are very like very. I mean, they've been picked quite a bit.
In Japan, we can even see the Euro picks coming in. If you believe it.
It might come in sooner or later, but we're gonna be seeing Exili gonna be taking the Astra in this matchup in Ascent. A lot of pressure onto LRX again as they're in the attacking half, splitting the push towards A and B. One player is in mid, it's Hermione. Do see the contact being taken near this A region. As the players are spamming away, Hermione's gonna take a couple of shots of himself in this market area. Experiment 52 going towards mid on top link. From this mid region, he does have some utility coverage from his teammates. As you see, Lunatic, he's just holding outside this A region. I think they are still trying to go in, but Duke, the Astro Smokes are gonna provide some cover for him, but really isn't in his favor right now because he is sort of blocked away from this view that he might have had. He could have taken out these bunch of players. So instead of a smoke, maybe if a gravitational suck or the concussion ability that Astra has could have been used there, it would have been much better. But he's gonna be discovered by Hermione's drone as Duke. He's gonna take down Kyojin and second frag on Experiment 52. The Astra utility keeping the rest of the players at bay. Hermione finally getting a trade in there. Shockdart's coming in as Lunatic gets one more frag on the Shoesbreak. It's a 3v3 right now. Heals are gonna come in for Envious. As the Missile pushing the smoke, gets a frag onto Hermione. But there's another player, he flicks onto Envious, making this a 1v3. It is all onto Lunatic gets the first frag onto Hate Crew, but Missile with a triple kill. What was that shot on Envious? He just flicked and got that headshot. And such a well coordinated. I mean, the start wasn't the best for Exceeli. They did have some coordination issues, especially with that Astra smoke and Astra utility there. But LRX, they just couldn't get the frag onto Missile, who's so good with those short range frenzy flicks and stuff like that. So that's gonna be the first round for Exceeli, and they're gonna be going in with the force buys with all specters, giving them the advantage in this next round.
Missile coming up big for his team, getting that pistol round win, but LRX really desperately needed that pistol round. Not even for that round win, for that economic value. It was for the confidence that they needed. And you can just see the lack of confidence in them as Missile is gonna storm them over with that collateral on the Fusion Experiment 52, while Fancy is gonna clean it up onto B main. And this is Exceeli we're talking about. They have such big confidence right now. They're just gonna get in there, take those gunfights, but on the other side, LRX, they're lacking in confidence. They need that moral boost. Only if they could win that pistol round, Lunatic could have said to his men that, guys, we got this. We can win this. We have got the pistol round in the bag. We're gonna take the second round. We're gonna win the bonus round, and we're gonna get this win in our bag and move on to map number 3. But that wasn't the case, and Lunatic needs to get his men to play together, to play it as a team game, as opposed to what we have seen in Icebox. They were not really playing like a team, as the Astra Nebula is gonna come out, while Duke on the other side is gonna try to get some info over at mid. The wall is gonna come out on short. But look at the position of Fancy on the other side of the map. Over at B main, he has got that over aggressive angle and that info, and Kyojin and his men are trying to execute over at A. But Exceeli, look at that crossfire setup, the triangle of doom setup by Missile, Hate Crew, and Shoe Streaks. The drone is gonna come out, probably spotting out Hate Crew, but he's just a bait. And Shoes is gonna spam Kyojin down to very low HP, but isn't gonna get the frag though. Shoe Streak with the trade onto Kyojin, only down to 33 HP. And Missile with the Sheriff getting the frag onto Experiment. The trade is gonna come in, and it's a 1v1 situation as Duke has to get that door down while Hermione is getting that plan down. He's gonna fake it. Hold that angle over at short, but Duke with his crispy aim is gonna take him down and get the round for his team. What a signing for Exceeli. He's just proving himself in this invitational club, getting those frags and just proving so much valuable for his team. Exceeli Duke, you guys.
Oh my god, how did he win that? I mean, the clutch from Duke aside, I think Exceeli did make some mistakes, that the Astra utility wasn't as coordinated. We did see the spray down coming in from Shustreak, and I think it was Hate Crew. I'm not sure who was on the left side of A there, but we do see him reloading while the players are in that smoke, stuck in that sort of gravitational suck, as you might call it. Oh, Hermione with the shot on the Hate Crew with a Marshall. If that could be huge for his team right now, but still. Oh, Shoestring with the operator trade coming in from onto Experiment to Duke with one more. Shoestring the follow-up on Lunatic, almost landing a second shot, but Missile's got his back, taking down NBS. Duke with another frag. Absolute domination coming out of them. They didn't even let them reach the mid-region properly. And, I mean, I wanted to point out the mistakes they did from the round before this round, but I guess that doesn't matter anymore, because we just saw an absolute destruction being performed by Exceeli in this mid-region, not giving LRX much of a chance to even sort of get into position to get some frags. And I mean, so far this is looking really one-sided. Missile even going for node and buy. See what's he gonna go for a spam.
Well, I think it's for his tactic that he's about to set up.
He's spamming away.
Not probably trolling. He's spamming away over at B main and maybe get some damage over into Hermione. Gets the shock right in, trying to get some info with the drone. Is not gonna spot anyone, but he does know that the rotation is in place. While Exceeli Fancy 9 is over at A side alone with utilities may be able to hold the side as the ult is gonna come out from Envious over at short. Is gonna get over aggressive onto Garden, pushing Shoestreak and Hate Group back on Heaven as Fancy is gonna get taken down by Kyojin. The spray comes in and Kyojin is down to 4 HP while Hate Group getting that frag onto Experiment 52. The soul wall comes in from Missile. Is not gonna tag anyone while Duke on the other side taking down Envious. Kyojin with the trade onto Hate Crew. It's a 3v3 situation. The trades are coming in. The ult is gonna come in from Duke as Lunatic with 3 of them with the
Lunatic!
as well as Hermione with him. Duke in a 1v2 situation in very tough spot. Gets the classic out. Is gonna get tagged down to 15 HP.
How is he alive?
I don't know. Gets the tap down, but is gonna get taken down by Hermione. What a big clutch play coming out from Lunatic, coming big for his team, and that's the moral boost that they needed. Lunatic can now say to his teammates, guys, I can do this, you can do this as well, we can do this as a team and take down Exceeli in our map. And that's
Lunatic
about
not only going under the nose of the defense set up by Exceeli, they went under the nose of me and I think you too as well, Faxer.
yeah,
We
exactly.
didn't even realize he was there.
I didn't
I
even
just
notice.
I just saw Lunatic's name light up in the kill feed. And I was like, how did he get those frags? And he's behind. He's on the flank. And he went up Heaven, got in a good position, also provided good support to Hermione as they got the clutch in. Duke, well, he did do a lot of damage. It was a good attempt. Now, though, we do see a lot of control in this mid-region coming in from the side of LarioX. Duke in a really big off angle here. Not sure if they expect him on top of this wall. We do see this Sage plays coming in from Duke. Really unique, really unexpected from a lot of players. See LarioX making their presence known outside B. The bomb is still in this B main area. Kyojin, he is aware that Duke could be around here holding these off angles. He does clear the left side, but if you check the above, he doesn't. As Duke gets a headshot onto him and
Very
falls
smart.
back just before the wall breaks through. The time could not have been better. And Lunatic and the rest of the players, Experiment 52 to be more specific, they're going to be pushing in towards the mid-region. Missile, the nerves on this man. As anyways gets a frag onto Duke, the nerves, he's just holding in this logs area. Flicking onto the angles. He knows there can be players coming in from both sides. And LarioX have taken so much space, but he doesn't check at the right time. His Lunatic takes down Missile.
30 seconds left.
Second frag coming in from Envious onto Hate Crew, making this a 2v4 and operator at the hands of Shoestreak. Could be a really big clutch out. I mean, he also has the Blade Storm, so it is still very much possible for him to win this. The smoke's coming in this market region. The bomb plant is down. Aggressive position being held by
Player standing.
Lunatic, and he gets a frag onto the upper, and the second one onto Fancy as well. Lunatic, he's just popping off. He's like, I'm gonna win this single-handedly. If you guys don't step your game up, I'm gonna take this all on my own. But I'm not sure if that's gonna work out in the long run though. But they will be able to force Exceeli into a save round. Exceeli do have enough money for a half buy, but I guess they're gonna play it safe, go for a save. We do see Fancy going with Spectre though. Full armor for Shoestreak as well.
Exceeli going for that tactical pause, and they actually kind of need it right now. They need to get their game together. They need to get those Astra smokes in, get those Astra pull in, just in the right timing. As we saw in the last round, Missile was left unattended by Hate Crew. He should have cleared that angle. He should have at least held that angle for Missile to even get the info, but Missile had no idea that someone was over him until he was actually fragged out. While on the other side, Hate Crew was just chilling, just smoking all around the map. And yeah, when playing Astra, you need to do the stuff, but on the other side, you still need to look out for your teammates. Your teammates cannot just play a 4v5 gunfight round. That is not how it actually works out in the end. But I think we can see a push coming in from Exceeli maybe.
Wait a second, look at
But
this
on
positioning.
yeah, exactly. On the other side,
It's gonna be a
LarioX
bloodbath.
maybe expecting this. Kyojin and his men are on the
Big
other
fight.
side.
This is gonna
They're
be a
gonna
big fight.
mid up. Hermione getting that drone out.
Oh,
The
yeah,
two
look at-
knights are gonna come out, and Shoestreak's gonna win that knife fight. While Fancy's gonna take down Hermione.
down
The
A.
Astra pull has come in, and at last the Astra utilities are working out for Exceeli as they get the spike down as well. They've got all the info they need right now. It's a 4v3 situation in favor of Exceeli right now. If the ult is gonna come out from
Oh.
Lunatic, but it's gonna get cancelled out as he spots out Missile onto Boathouse. On the other side, LRX just trying to regroup, trying to play as a team once again, going into maybe a main, taking control, getting some info. On the other side, Hitku expecting a flank from that Omen ult, but little does he know that it was actually cancelled out.
I mean,
The
he should
smokes are gonna
know.
come in, the flash is gonna come in, and NBS is gonna get the first frag, but Hitku is gonna trade him out.
Enemy
Hitku with
remaining.
another one onto
Ooh.
Experiment 52. Duke is gonna get taken down in the process, while Lunatic just trying to stay alive, getting tagged by that dart. It's a 1v2 situation
30
for
seconds
him. And it doesn't have that much time. And Hitku, what was that with the spec? I have never seen someone peek an angle and just tap someone with a jiggle
That was a Ferrari peak if I've ever seen it.
with the Spectre. That's surprisingly new for me to see. No one does that with a Spectre, except for obviously the man himself, Exceeli Hitku.
Well, Hate is showing that he's not only good with the Astra utility-wise, he's also really aggressive player, getting 2 trades in that round. It's sort of bidding on his teammates, but hey, he got the trades in, so it doesn't really matter. But we're gonna see another round going in favor of Exceeli. A really good side hold and a really good rush at the beginning of the round, I must say. They were able to get a couple of frags at the beginning. A trade was done by Experiment 52, but you know, in the end, the advantage was there. The advantage was theirs, and Lunatic's TP didn't help out much either. So overall, it was a good round coming out from both sides. Exceeli a really good defensive setup coming in from them. The coordination between the Killjoy and Astra is really good. The rest of the players are just fragging out of their minds. So things are looking really good for them right now. But LRX though, we have seen them get success when they're playing really coordinated. We have seen them play like that in the couple of rounds that they have won. They got the momentum, they had the coordination, but they aren't just finding that in those these next few rounds. They aren't able to predict Exceeli's movements that well. They aren't able to improvise on tough scenarios when they're down maybe in a 2v5 or 2v4 or 3v4. They aren't able to make those proper decisions and play as a team. So if they do fill that void, it is still very much possible for them to win this. 5-2 isn't by any means an impossible scoreline, but a good shock dart from Missile is gonna cause a lot of trouble for them. And I'm not sure what their recon. I don't think that recon actually went inside B garage where all the players are.
Joke's over.
But
You're dead.
I think Missile had some other plans in his mind. But the Astra utility coming in, but NBS is gonna dodge all that, go in. He just take on a player. Look at this coordination, LRX, just absolutely demolishing Excelia, eliminating all the players in the site. And they're gonna get the bomb plan down. This could very well be a flawless round and sort of the momentum boost they needed. And it's all on to Shoespeak and Duke, a duelist and sort of a battle sage. So let's see what they can do as Duke. He's gonna pick out of this market. There is a player in main. Oh, Experiment 52 tagging him so much, but he gets the frag. Duke, he's gonna heal himself as well. He predicts there's a player in main, but oh, NBS with a cheeky angle and then a second frag. A triple kill for him. And how did he even get there? I think he used his Phoenix ultimate that round.
Exactly. He just
did.
teleported back there.
Yeah, he did. I was like, he cleared the site. How is he there? But the round taken by LRX by a flawless fashion. There, it wasn't a flawless round, but it was a flawless fashion, I must say. Really well coordinated push onto the side of B. They cleared all the angles, and we just saw the kill feed light up with the names of all the players getting the kills. So they will get a third round in their favor, but the test is far from over. This is an eco round for Exceeli, so yeah, they really should win this and hopefully get that much closer to equalizing everything and maybe even taking the lead. They have the momentum boost that they need right now. They have some economy to work with. They have some ideas. They have some knowledge on how Exceeli like to play this map. So let's see what they do with that knowledge, and hopefully the coordination will be enough to bring them to a tie as we see a technical pulse come in from the side of LRX.
What we can see in the past few rounds, the players from LRX are just stepping up for their game, getting those frags in, just being confident while getting those peaks in and just taking Exceeli down, just dry peeking all of them and just taking them down. The ups are coming in. Well, the coordination is there, the double picks are there, and the trades are obviously there. And on the other side, we can see Exceeli, they're just breaking down Exceeli part by part, slowly but carefully. And in this way, maybe they can just pull this map off for themselves. On the other side, we can see Exceeli will have to go for a save on the missile with 4,900 credits and Fate Crew with 500. 5,000 credits. My bad, guys. 5,000 credits, they might go for those half buys, but the rest of the team, they willing to save right now to save their economy. LRX are strong on the economic side, but they still have their ults on Sova and also on Cypher playing Experiment 52. On the other side, Duke has got his ult as well, is just being a battle sage in this map, getting the 10 frags already, only 5 deaths in his name, and maybe, just maybe, Exceeli can play this round super aggressive, maybe use that ult from Duke and just get this round for themselves, but it's gonna be a long shot as they have to save for this round as well.
Well, indeed, I mean, a good round coming out of these both from both teams. LRX showing some signs of life, so maybe they might able to perform really well in the next few rounds. Considering they have some advantage economic-wise, they have some advantage motivation-wise, and the ultimates too. They do have some really good ones from Hermione, who's a really good Sova actually. I mean, he does frag and play the support role really well. So I expect him to play a little bit better. Hyojin too, I expect him to step up. So they really want to win this next round. Not only just to stay it, they will be taking to the third map, which is Bind. And I must say, they are so good at Bind. I mean, they have faced the likes of Mercenaries and a bunch of other teams there. And players like Experiment 52, who I think usually plays Raze in that map, and Hermione. I mean, they just absolutely go crazy with those vertical plays, those Raze satchels. Raze is just perfect for Bind, in my opinion, when you have players like that playing. So I expect them to really play well in the map of Bind. I think Exceeli are aware of that, and they are giving them no chance to sort of take that to the next map, not to give them any kind of confidence boost. I think both sides are having some discussions on how to sort of take the lead in this matchup and have the advantage. So in the meantime, in this pause, I think there has been some technical issues from the side of LRX. We see they're requesting some assistance. So we're going to take a short break, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to wait for the issue to be resolved, and hopefully we're going to resume the match as soon as possible. So till then, stay with us, like, share the stream, follow the page, do all that stuff, and we'll be back in a bit. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the ESPL Valorant PowerUp Series 5 upper brackets match between Exceeli and LRX. Map 2 in Ascent. As we had a little technical issue, I think the player from LRX, Hermione, playing this over, he's having some internet issues. I think his electricity went out, but he is unable to reconnect, at least for this matchup. So we're going to be continuing without him. Let's see. Let's hope that he's going to come back as soon as possible to ensure a fair match. Till then, we're going to see a 4v5 coming in from the side of LRX as they're aggressing they are on a buy though, because they have the money. They have set back Exceeli on a forced buy. So not even forced buy, it's sort of a half buy with a save for a few players. There is one Vandal available from the side of Missile, but they still have the main advantage. So let's see how if they can sort of pull back from this. They still have the lead, but LRX, they did have some momentum, which will be a bit damaged considering that they had to endure, I think, at least like 5 or 10 minutes of pause. So we're gonna see the rotation coming in from the side of LRX. They're coming in from top mid to the side of B now. They've taken successfully control, but yet any players to follow. But Kyojin is gonna change that, taking the first frag onto Fancy9. Hate to getting a trade on from Kyojin, and he will get the frag onto him. It's a 4v3 now in favor of Exceeli, but Lunatic with a frag, Experiment 52 with another one onto Duke and Hate Crew, but through the wall, Missile gets a frag onto Experiment 52, but working through the smoke. Lunatic gets one frag, doesn't get a second, but oh my god, shoots free! What a shot coming out of him in the end, gets the double kill to clutch it out. I did not expect him to win that, ladies and gentlemen. And he's gonna clutch it off. Hermione is left, but he's not connected in this round. So we're gonna see Exceeli take another round after losing, I think, a few in a row. That's gonna give them some room economy-wise to breathe. They will be able to buy some guns for a little bit. But on the side of LRX, things aren't looking good as they already have a man disadvantage. They are slowly losing away their economy, so they really need to come back from this. Really need to take this map to the next, take this match to the next map, and hopefully we're gonna see some more action coming out of them.
They should have definitely won the last round. LRX, it was their buy round, and it wasn't safe coming out from Exceeli. Lunatic should have gotten the second kill as well, but now on the other round, he's gonna get that entry onto Duke, as Duke just getting a little bit too greedy, just trying to peek over that wall, trying to get any frags for himself, but he's gonna get taken down, getting punished for that greedy pick coming in from short. All is gonna come out from Experiment 52, giving them all the info they need, as they're gonna have to rotate over to mid or maybe even B, as NBS is looking strong, and then Lunatic is gonna take down Fancy9, and the B side is now clear on the other side of mid. We can see Kyojin Missile taking down Missile, and it's a 4v2 situation in favor of LRX. A possible flawless round in favor of them, but we have seen Exceeli clutching these 4v2s, these 1v4s before, but now they're opting for that save, as they know they have no choice but to save. The post plan has already been set up. They have got the side control. They have even got CT control Experiment to do.
A cheeky thing? Sorry to interrupt you, but there's a cheeky thing that they can do. They can just go ahead and kill Hermione. They're gonna get some extra money if they want to do that.
Maybe, but they're also giving away their positions, their guns. That's a very risky play if you see it. But on the other hand, if they can kill Hermione, they can just bait the whole team out in front of them, maybe even get 2 kills for themselves. But they're opting for that save.
But this is a really risky position, though. Yeah, they're coming.
Yeah,
they're gonna pick this angle.
maybe, just maybe. Yes.
Oh, they get
the
frag
first
there.
frag onto NBS. Good economic damage, but not gonna do much. They're gonna have to save anyways. But LR is still looking strong on the economic side. This matchup, but on the other side, Exceeli not so much. They barely eye for themselves. Fancy with that Spectre coming in with that half shield. Never mind, he's gonna get that full shield, and they're gonna set up just like before. Duke maybe getting that wall over onto short once again, but shouldn't go over aggressive like last round. The Paranoid is gonna come out, forcing Michelle out of position, as India is gonna take down Fancy9. On the other side, Michelle trying to get that trade in, but India is just looking so hungry right now, getting inside, getting those 2 frags in. Is gonna pop that out, getting into CT. Not gonna be able to take down Shootstreak, holding that off angle onto him.
Experiment 52.
With that kill onto Duke, comes in Shootstreak onto that trade with onto Kyojin. It's a 2v3 situation in favor of LRX right now as Shoestreak and Hateku needs to clutch one out. Experiment 52 is gonna break that door. He's gonna get taken on the Shoestreak while Hateku gets frag onto Lunatic. It's all up to Envious right now. He has only got one flash left and he's in a very tough spot. He's exposed to so many angles,
Last player standing.
but misses his shots in the end, and Shoestreak is gonna take him down. There's nothing much LRX can do right now. They're one man down. If Hermione could have made it back, maybe they could have won the round for themselves. But I'm not even gonna blame LRX for losing that
Last round
3v2
in the
situation. They have their one man down. Their moral is down.
They could
They
have played it a
maybe-
little bit more passively, you know. Experiment 52, he maybe he could have held that angle instead of going for a wide peak there. But regardless, there's stuff that obviously every time there's things that you can do better, but that cannot change what has already happened. As we're gonna see the Byron coming in for the side of Exceeli again. They have the full potential. Only that is sort of not in their favor is Fancy 9 with half armor, but a good shock dart coming out of Missile immediately. He's gonna pull the Hunter's Fury. That's gonna detect a bunch of players, and he will tag one. Experiment 52 tagged once. He's gonna be able to dodge it, though. Dodge the Hunter's Fury as Hateku knows the fight is coming to him. He has support from Shoestreak though, laying the jet in this angle as the flash comes in for Phoenix. The detection, Envious is detected, but Duke he takes a Lunatic there, all the way in mid, making this a 3v5 scenario. But Fancy 9 holding this angle. Missile getting another frag onto Envious, making this a 1v5, and
down,
Shoestreak
mid.
finishes things off. The only one alive is Hermione, who is gonna get taken out eventually. And what aggressive round, especially as soon as
Switching
that first frag was taken by the side of Duke. The rest of the players were rushing in. They were all holding these angles. And LRX too, they weren't properly clearing all these angles. Kyojin, he was really loud on that flank and, you know, giving away his position. So overall, it was a really well executed round from the side of Exceeli. They have somehow maintained their lead in this matchup. Although it was really promising for LRX to have possibly come back from this. But right now, they are the ones on the defensive side. And defense is going to be really tough considering they only have 4 players. And a crucial agent, the Sova, isn't available to them. That's going to increase the pressure on to Experiment 52, who is the only information agent available for them right now. And he's going to have to play really versatilely as we see this first pistol run going down.
The stack up is there. Envious and Experiment with the flash comes in from the Omen, and they're gonna take down 2 of them, but it's gonna be instantly traded out. While the trades are coming in, it's a 1v2 situation for Kyojin to clutch out right now. It kind of went into their planning, but in the end, Envious just missed his shots and couldn't take anyone with him. Experiment getting 2 for himself. Lunatic with 1 for himself, and it's all up to Kyojin now, and there's nothing much he can
has some
do right
utility.
now.
He
He
can
has
try
some
to-
smokes and maybe use the dash to get the first frag in and not get traded out. The dart comes in. He's gonna deny the info with the smoke, but he's gonna reveal himself later to Missile to be taken down, as they're gonna get the 9th round on the board. And at this point, it's just Exceeli just playing to end this match. It's 45. LRX, their hands are tied right now.
And there's not much you can do considering they only have 4 players in
Right
this
here.
matchup and a crucial agent too not available
Gun
to them. We do see Exceeli gonna take the first round in the second half. Winning that pistol round is really big for them. They can upgrade to those Spectres if they want to. Missile, I think he's gonna stick with the Frenzy, maybe go for a better weapon in the next round.
Gun
So
here.
they definitely have the advantage going into this attacking half. As they're looking to push towards the A side, we do see the Killjoy Fancy 9 still holding strong outside B. It will be aggressed though by Lunatic. But the rest of the players are really interested in pushing towards this A site, where we do see Experiment 52 holding with a Judge. This could be really crucial. But Duke, the cover from him. And the even spot, oh my gosh, Shoestreak gets the frag on Experiment 52. Duke with another one onto NBS, making this a 1v5. Keep forgetting Hermione is disconnected, but Lunatic is the only one alive, and he is stuck in garage.
One enemy
And
remaining.
He only has a Judge in his hand with half armor. Doesn't have much utility either. he will have a smoke and a teleport right now. He does hear Duke coming in really loud behind him. I'm not sure if Duke's gonna be able to get this shot over here. Need a really reaction time to win that actually. But Fancy 9 is gonna ensure the trade, making this a 10-4 score. And we're gonna see hitting double digits as I mean they have basically all the advantage they can ask for right now. I mean LRX gained some momentum there. They increased their performance, they increased their coordination. There was that little glimmer of hope that they maybe are able to come back into this, but then disaster stroke for Hermione, and there was not much you could do. To see another technical pause coming down for the side of Exceeli.
Well, maybe, just maybe, if Hermione comes back in time, LRX can hope for a comeback. But nonetheless, we have to move on. The buys are coming in from both of the teams. They're usually going for that bonus round. While on the other side, LRX, they forced last round, trying to get anything out of that round. But now they're in a tough situation with their economy. Only going for a judge, two Vandals, and one Spectre in the hands of Experiment 52.
Yeah, so I think I think we should just wait for the technical issue coming out the side of Exceeli to be resolved. Till then we're gonna take a short break, ladies and gentlemen. Stay with us, we'll be back in a bit.
Yeah, let's go,
gentlemen, the tech pause is over, and now we're back with the 15th round on the board. We can see Exceeli going for that bonus round, and on the other hand, LarioX trying to force by their way to get their 5th round on the board. Experiment 52 gonna tag down some players and gonna tag down eventually. But True Freak is gonna get taken down by him. Envious with the Molotov, and Envious and Experiment 52 with that crossfire setup is gonna take all of them down over at A main. While on the other side, Fancy Nine lurking up onto Lunatic is gonna take him down, and he only has a Spectre and 2 mollies left to clutch this one out, but eventually get taken down by Kyojin as LarioX get their 5th round on the board.
The play of the game there was from Experiment 52 with that body block. He blocked Shoe Streak. He also the Molly was there from Envious. They got 2 kills there immediately, and they still were coordinated enough to get 2 more, and that only left Fancy Nine alone. So I would call that sort of a blessing for LRX, and they can really use that to sort of turn this disadvantage situation into an advantage. Maybe get some more confidence, get 5 rounds in the bag, and tie things up. It's easier said than done, but they do have some economy now. They do have some momentum boost and game sense on how to play this map. As we see Exceeli trying to get some mid control. We see a big push coming to where he does get the frag onto Envious. Lunatic with a quick trade coming down, and Lunatic just popping up, getting a second one, but Hate is gonna answer back, taking him down, and Kyojin as well, making this a 1v3 all on to Experiment 52 with a Spectre in hand. He has all his utility except a Cypher case that he just dropped. Even a revive coming in from Duke. I think that was a bit too much, but it is all onto him now as he is pushing in towards that mid region, top mid actually, that sort of A short, A link region. And he's falling back as, oh no, Missile, what are you doing? Missile hiding behind the body of Hermione that Hermione cannot control. And he's gonna take out Experiment 52 from behind that. And well, at this moment, there's not really much LRX can do. They are already 1 man down. They had some economic advantage, but right now 11 has the score with 4 people. It's not really looking their way as Exceeli. They're just like losing ahead right now.
LarioX trying their level best to make this matchup a little bit more interesting. Maybe even get some round wins in. Lunatic with that smoke is gonna peek over at D main, trying to get into frag, and he's gonna get punished for that by Exceeli Shoe Streak. On the other side, Kyojin with the dash, he's gonna save himself from the other players, except Shoe Streak is gonna take him down. Eventually, Missile is expecting a lane from maybe Experiment 52, and on the other side, Envious with that Marshall trying to make something happen over at the CT side. Has got 2 flashes left. Missile is gonna take Experiment 52 down. He's gonna get tagged down to 10 HP though. They're just going for the kills right now as Hermione is gonna get taken down by Duke, and the match is on match point right now in favor of Exceeli Esports.
This map is really looking one-sided. I mean, I'm at a loss for words. I mean, the LRX2 not only they were looking good at the beginning, and they did gain some rounds, but when disaster struck, it definitely took down the whole boat. And right now, we're going to see Exceeli on match point with the best of the weapons on the other side. LRX with only 4 people. They are stacking outside B though, so they have some chance with spam coming in from Kyojin. He does a lot of damage, and we see trades coming from the side as Lunatic popping off with that Judge getting a 2k there. Envious uses his ultimate in the meantime, and he's all onto Hate Crew with a Phantom as the what are you doing, Kyojin? What? Okay, I don't know what is happening right now.
To Hate Crew right now, but never mind. Envious is gonna take him out eventually. The Guardian strat is coming to.
That was a round and a half, but we can see LRX taking another win. 6 the score, and they will have some money to play in this next round. We do see them going for a couple of Vandals and a couple of Guardians. The armor isn't there though, except for Kyojin and the rest of the players from Exceeli. They're going. We see Duke and Fancy with Odins. I think at this point they're just like, okay, let's just play for fun. I mean, even if LRX try and win this, it's gonna be near impossible. So they're just like, let's just have some fun together, because LarioX and Exceeli, they are really competitive teams, but the friendliness is there between them, the sportsmanship is there. You can see the ult being popped up by Kyojin. He's boosted above the wall and they don't check him. Duke paying the ultimate price, but Shoots gets a trade, Missile gets a frag onto Lunatic, and it is all onto Experiment 52 and NBS. Oh, the ult being popped by Missile. He's trying to find NBS. That was a blind ult completely.
I think that was meant for Hermione, actually.
Big ult, but Fancy 9 with the trade, and he gets a frag. Oh, Experiment 52, 1v2. Spots Hate Crew, but he doesn't get the frag. That's such a good attempt. Hate Crew so low in HP. Only one alive for Alex is Hermione, who will be taken down. They're just gonna have some fun with it before doing it.
Outrun me.
And we're gonna see Exceeli winning this second map. Even though it was the second, we did see LRX sort of showing some showing some signs of life in the end. But overall, Exceeli, they were just better in so many ways, utility-wise, coordination-wise. The plan, strategy, and improvisation was so good. I mean, you can see them from losing 2 to 3 players in B to going to A and playing a 2v1, because their improvisation, they plan on the go. That is so well done from them. But X2, it was a really good attempt. I bet if they had all 5 players, the result could have been much different. We could still be going right now, but we'll never know. So overall, it was a great match, but we will be seeing Exceeli advancing into the upper brackets in the next stages, and LRX will be going to the lower brackets. So, Faxer, what do you think about this match?
Well, I really had so much high hopes for LRX going into this map, but in the end, we know what happened. Just it was an unfortunate event for them playing a 4v5 match. It was just so unfair and so sad for them. But in the end, they're still not out of this tournament. They're moving to the lower brackets, and they're probably facing the other teams, maybe getting those wins and maybe coming back to face Exceeli once more and settling those ties in. But nonetheless, that's it for tonight, guys. See you in the next one.